Hello, YouTube. My name is Tom and I am the crypto investor. And today I wanted to talk to you about Ethereum and DeFi. So, many of you, unless you've basically been asleep at the wheel, will have noticed that Ethereum's price has been on an absolute tear of late. In fact, if we look at the point where it broke out and has risen to, we can see that it is up 65% in just 14 days. So quite an incredible move. But many people might not be aware of what the catalyst for this breakout was. You can see that the price was kind of contained within this channel really for the last well, many months, and then we broke out above it. And that happened on the 27th of April. And the reason for this breakout was this. Basically, here we go, 27th of April, we had the news that the European Investment Bank was issuing a 2-year digital bond on Ethereum through Goldman Sachs, Santander, and Societe Generale. So this is a huge signal. This is basically saying that Ethereum, for the first time, is being used as a part of the global settlement layer in the banking world. And when this news came out, that's when the big boys paid attention. And I think it's fairly well put here by Frank Chaparro. He was saying that when Ethereum crossed $3,000, he asked traders at the largest OTC desks whether they thought this rally had legs, and they said that corporate treasuries are ramping up that allocation. So, that companies are buying up Ethereum effectively. And I think this is probably Goldman Sachs. And so, that's why we're seeing such incredible price action. There's insatiable appetite coming in from the big boys. And I wanted to also talk to you about, where opportunities also lie aside from Ethereum right now. And I think it's we're seeing an interesting move right now in the DeFi space. So this is DeFi versus Ethereum. So even though, in fact, if we look at DeFi on FTX, even though DeFi as a sector is on a massive upward move, if we were to value it in Ethereum instead of US dollars, of course, it doesn't look quite so spectacular. When we got down to this floor back at the beginning of the year, and then the DeFi index rose, I think it was about 120% here against Ethereum, only to come back down 120%, and achieved this when Ethereum was going up, but it couldn't compete for Ethereum's move that we saw of late, and this is that move that we just saw come down here. So DeFi versus Ethereum has just got cheap. And if you don't have an allocation towards DeFi, then I wanted to just share with you the DeFi Pulse. So this is DPI. You can buy this on Uniswap. You can also buy a similar futures token on FTX, and there's a link below on how you can do that. So the DeFi Pulse is like an ETF. If you've ever invested in stocks and equities, you may be familiar with ETFs. They're basically a basket of companies that follow a theme. So, you might get a pharmaceutical one, or a North America one, or a tech ETF. So this is a DeFi ETF in all effect. So it's a basket of the biggest DeFi tokens out there. And it's a really nice way of ensuring that you have a broad allocation of different tokens. This is a new emergent space, and we don't know who the winners are going to be. And so the best way for us to ensure that we're holding the winner is to hold a bit of all of them. And you can see here that, Uniswap, Aave, Maker, many of the big names making up this index here. And what's interesting is just that this space is still so young and so cheap. If we look at the total market cap of this space, it comes at $140 billion. And I think you could deduct another 20 billion off that, because I don't really consider Chainlink as a classic DeFi protocol. It is, it's an Oracle token. So let's say $120 billion. And just to put that into perspective, this is Citibank. And you can see the market cap of Citibank as a whole is 155 billion. So we're not far off that. And that's just one smallish bank. Well, not small, but not not the biggest bank. And this is an entire new emergent sector. So yeah, I'm really excited about the prospects for DeFi. I think it's it's just got good value again. And just to give you some even more hopium, this is Ryan Park, who I think he is the creator of Anchor Protocol, a DeFi protocol, and he's just saying, if Revolut, so Revolut are a fintech company, if you're not aware of them in Europe, if Revolut were just to offer a deep anchor protocol and offer 20% APY for their users when traditional banks are offering less than 1% and in some cases negative interest rates. You may have seen in Denmark last week, anyone who had more than 16,000 euros in their bank got charged negative interest rates. So, think about that for contrast. But if Revolut were offering, if they use this and offered 20%, think how much business they could attract to their company, and having their premium users. I'm sure they could put their prices up if they're offering 20% returns. And this is not science fiction. This is something that they could do tomorrow if they wanted to. And what's lovely about DeFi is that you can see it's decentralized. There's no one, no company at the center controlling it, and all of the coding is there. It's open to see for all. So this is not a Fugazi, it's not a pyramid scheme. It's there to be seen, like how they are achieving these returns. And so I think it's only a matter of time until we do see a fintech company make giant strides in that space and do something like this. So just something to raise your awareness on. And if you're not already holding DPI, then I would encourage you to add that to your portfolio. But this is not financial advice. This is just simply my opinion, and you should do your own research when making such decisions. All right, happy investing, everyone, and speak to you soon.